What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Big Moki Show. This is your boy, Mike Lance, a.k.a. Big Moki. Hey, look, tonight was a great PLE for WWE. It was Elimination Chamber, and there were some things that I expected to happen. There were some surprises, some good surprises. It was a hell of a show. Let's start off with the women's chamber. So my prediction for my last show was just about correct. You had the ladies come out, and they were, man, I tell you what, they all came out, and then the last two that came out that were going to start off the match was Liv Morgan, which is, by the way, she's straight up GOAT. She's goated now. She's beast mode. So, put some respect on her name, Liv Morgan. And then you got Naomi. Okay? So as soon as those two were set to start the match, you heard Jade Cargill's music come up. And Liv Morgan looked like super scared, like she was petrified. She was petrified. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't do it. I didn't hurt you. I swear I didn't do it. Because the weeks prior, Bianca Belair and Naomi was just straight up ragging on them because Liv and Raquel happened to just be in the video and the surveillance camera after Jade Cargill got smashed, and people were just assuming that it was them. And that's what I want to tell you guys. Don't be assuming anything. Assumptions can get you in trouble. Okay? So anyways, Jade Cargill comes out, right? And Liv looks petrified. She's walking, looking all lean, stuff like that. Straight face. And Naomi's just like, hey, girl, what's up? Whatever. And then it looked like Jade Cargill was about to hit Liv Morgan, but then, boom! Right knuckle sandwich right in Naomi's face. And then she started throwing her all over the place. And while this was happening, Bianca Belair, poor thing, she's confused. Bianca Belair was confused. She didn't know what was going on. She didn't know what dude, what's going on here? She was all banging inside because she was locked inside the chamber. She was banging on the plexiglass, crying like, what's going on? Ah. So Jade Cargill got Naomi, threw her across the ring, and then she had her hanging out of like the entranceway. Jade Cargill takes the door, smack Naomi right in the head, man, with that door, that chain link fence door. That door is heavy. So apparently, after the match, which was a good match, Bianca found out that those two weren't there. Naomi was taken to the hospital, and Jay just wasn't there. So they have Bianca Belair winning the match. Okay, it was down to Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan. And man, let me tell you, bro. Hey, look, there was one moment in the match where Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan was climbing the cage, okay? And then Liv had Bianca's hair. She has that really long ponytail. And she was using that ponytail for leverage, juice. And then Jade Cargill was like, man, that whip from that hair echoed throughout that arena. And then you could just see the whelps all over Liv Morgan like, God dog, man. I knew that's why they took the tag team straps off of Bianca Belair and Naomi. That part was pretty easy to read, but the match was really so good still. I was rooting for Roxy Perez. That's my girl. That girl, the prodigy. She put on, every time they put her on a main roster PLE, man, to me, she steals the show. She was trained by the best, by Booker T, King Booker. Anyways, but yeah, Alexa Bliss came out and she hasn't lost a step either. So I believe it might be at WrestleMania Roxanne still might get her WrestleMania wish, just not in the main event, but she'll get to be at WrestleMania, I'm predicting, against Alexa Bliss. Just because Alexa Bliss pinned her. Now, there's a vital moment in there, I believe. Alexa Bliss got pinned. Yeah, it was with Roxy Perez. Roxy Perez pinned Alexa Bliss, and then Roxy ended up getting pinned by, I believe, Liv Morgan. No, I'm sorry. Liv Morgan pinned Alexa Bliss, and she also pinned Roxanne. So maybe if they put Roxy in WrestleMania, there might be a fatal three-way. You know, I hope so. But that match, man, that match was like, that was one of the best matches there, man. I give that match a A. It was just, everything was there. The storyline, the emotions. But now it's kind of weird because, you know, Bianca Belair, after everything, the post show, she was just like, yeah, I'm just ready to be in my single spot again. You know, maybe she has something to do with it. You know, she's back in the limelight because she's obsessed with being in WrestleMania, keeping her undefeated streak alive. That's what she wants. She wants to win that championship. You know what I'm saying? So after all of that, after Bianca Belair picks up the win, you got Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus. They bested Naomi and Candice LeRae. Not Naomi, Nia Jax, I'm sorry, and Candice LeRae. That match was a bit slow. There was not. It's not a big story to that match, really. The only story really was just that, you know, Tiffany Stratton used the Money in the Bank to cash in on her so-called best friend Naomi. I keep saying Naomi. Nia Jax. But you know, them women wrestlers, man, they be saying they friends with each other, but they be snakes behind each other's backs. You know what I'm saying? If you really into the story like that, yeah, man. So I was on live, you know, doing like a reaction video. I was on live, wanted to answer questions and stuff like that, and then I got on somebody else's live just to read their questions and maybe talk about it on my live podcast. But I'm still brand new. I'm still getting there, still learning. While I take a break, telling you guys about the results of Elimination Chamber, I want to take this time to say thank you to all those who have subscribed and supported so far. Thank you so much. Please represent your boy. I'm working real hard. This is my thing that I love to do. If you have not subscribed yet, baby, hit that subscribe button. Hit that link. All right? Hit that like button. Hit that share button. You know? Because I can't do it without you guys. Help me get the Big Moki Show off the ground. Yeah, man. But, you know, Trish Stratus was at home, and I honestly thought they were going to let Trish Stratus win with a pin, but it was actually Tiffany that pinned Nia Jax, not Naomi. Okay. After that, you got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens bested Sami Zayn in the match. It was a non-sanctioned match, so they tried to make it like really dramatic. They made it really dark in the arena. They put the spotlight in the ring, and those guys went at it. Now, if you've been a fan of those guys, you know this is not the first time they've wrestled. They just know each other so well. They can put on a really good show. And they're both really good on the mic. But the story with this one, I feel like it's still going to develop all the way until WrestleMania. They have to. This can't be the end. Kevin Owens wins, but man, the match, man, Sami Zayn brought out that barbed wire chair. Woo-wee. That was crazy, Oos. Man, they had like chairs galore, and then Kevin Owens threw Sami Zayn over the top corner rope, and Sami Zayn crashed into two tables set up right on top of each other. Right at the end of it, they finally called it. Kevin Owens was exposing the concrete floor, supposedly, and getting ready to do another, I say, like a neck buster on Sami Zayn. But it didn't go to plan, okay? Because as soon as Kevin Owens grabbed Sami Zayn and was dragging him over there, I hear voices in my head. They come to me. They talk to me. Yeah, Randy Orton's back in the game, y'all. He came back with a vengeance, okay? So Kevin Owens is really, all of his friends that he had last year, he's turning them into enemies, you know, because he thinks, hey, you know, these people are backstabbing me and this and that. But Randy Orton came, delivered a nasty RKO on Kevin Owens. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see that develop. The barbed wire chair was nuts, man. It was nuts. There was a point where Sami Zayn struck Kevin Owens right on the back, and the barbed wire couldn't like get unstuck from the shirt. It was nuts. Hey, big up to the commentary too, because hey, the commentary was like legit on point, A1 steak sauce. You know, those guys made things hilarious. There was one point where in that match, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were in the crowd, and Kevin Owens takes you know, like a 1970s trash, like a silver trash can, throws it at Kevin Owens, and Pat McAfee proceeds to say, "Oh, Kevin Owens just threw Dirty Dom at Kevin Owens," because, you know, he thinks he's trash. And it was just hilarious. Those guys come up with the funniest stuff. And so, you know, after that, you move on with the men's Elimination Chamber. Hey, look, man, I have to say, Jake Paul, he's a good athlete, but he has a lot of work to do if he wants to be a full-time wrestler, because, you know, he's trying to force it on the microphone. Just, you know, relax, man. You know how to talk on a mic. You have your own podcast. You've made yourself viral. Just, you're doing it in front of tens of thousands of people now. That's the difference. So just, you know, I have no room to speak, but, you know, just coming from a fan, just slow down, because you already famous, you know. And if you have a script, stick to the script, Oos, for now, until you get better, because those guys really work hard perfecting that craft, and fans like us, we really appreciate that, because, you know, we're looking, it's not just an episodic, you know, weekly episodic TV show with monthly PLEs, man. It's the stories that they tell, and you have to be able to tell that story when you're wrestling in the ring too. So there's a lot, man. There's a lot to go involved. That's why they're all like, they can go on TV and act in movies and stuff like that. But anyways, Jake Paul was in there. You got Damian Priest. Those two. Damian Priest is great. His match, the way he handled things in there was great. But it really boiled down to CM Punk, John Cena, and Seth Rollins. And just like on my previous show that I predicted before, it's pretty much going to be at WrestleMania, Seth Rollins and CM Punk duking it out with an additional person, Roman Reigns, because Seth Rollins is pissing those two off. Okay? And you know, for me personally, I think the match was going very well until they had Seth Rollins do his little signature move on CM Punk, which kind of like left a nasty taste in my mouth as far as the match goes. Like at the end of the match, it was like all that build up and all that, you know, that fight for, you know, for Seth Rollins to help John Cena win with the assist with a stomp. Like if, you know, John Cena was written to win, let him win, but let it be like a nail biter. This one wasn't even close to being a nail biter right at the end when it was CM Punk and John Cena. We all know about kayfabe and all that stuff, but hey, man, look, even John Cena, you know, you saw where he pretty much thanked CM Punk while CM Punk was laying on the mat, you know, acting like he was passed out. But it was still good. It was still good, Oos. But I feel like they gotta get a little better at that. You know, we us fans, we know what's going on, but we still love a little bit of mystery to it. You know what I mean? Keep that mystery, Oos. And then the main event wasn't even a wrestling match. And I knew John Cena stayed out for a reason. After John Cena won, and you know he's going to WrestleMania to face Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes' music pops. He comes out, adrenaline in my soul, blah 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 blah, whatever. Anyways, so he comes out. He's walking to the ring. Whoa, and you know, John Cena's just like, yeah, you and me, WrestleMania, they know, blah, 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 blah. So, The Rock's music hits, and Travis Scott comes out with them, and they're walking down the ramp, and The Rock is like, Cody Rhodes, don't break my heart. And when I take in your soul or not, and when I open my arms, and you come in and embrace me, that's how I know you accepted me, and you're my champion. Cody Rhodes looked at him and he goes, Rock, I've sold my soul a long time ago to this mat and to these people. And then Cody Rhodes proceeded to say, go F yourself, Rock. And then everybody's like, whoa, whoa. John Cena even gave Cody Rhodes a bro hug. And so when John Cena gave Cody Rhodes a bro hug, John Cena's looking at The Rock. I knew it. That's the only reason why John Cena stayed in the ring. I'm like, John Cena stayed in the ring for a reason, Ooze. Come on, man. A little predictable, but not really. Not to the super major fans like me and a few other people all over the world. WWE World Wrestling Entertainment. Anyways, The Rock did the whole he did the whole cut the neck off sign to John Cena, and John Cena's all like, yes, master. So John Cena already sold his soul. So it makes sense because they're going to take it to where, like, that's why John Cena's making movies now. This is why John Cena's doing that. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? So the story's going to be good. Okay? So it's like a modern day corporation, but we'll see what this is going to be called. Who knows? Who knows? Roman Reigns might be in the mix between that and between, well, nah, I'll take that back. He'll be in between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Pretty much. Yeah. But that was pretty much Elimination Chamber, Oops. You got John Cena finally becoming a bad guy, turning heel. And on the press conference, John Cena, you know, on the post-show YouTube press conference, John Cena comes in to be interviewed, comes in, sits down, takes off the mic, drops the mic, stands up, walk out, while all having the face, you know. And you knew February 1st when he was like, you know, I've been here 23 years, I'm just gonna, you know, this and that. You knew he was gonna go for a heel turn because his demeanor was different, his voice was different, his cadence was different. But hell of a show. Hell of a show, ladies and gentlemen. Elimination Chamber was really good. You know, if you're not a fan, hey, go check out bits and pieces of it. They have like highlights on here on YouTube. Of course, you got me recapping the show. But also, please, ladies and gentlemen, please hit that like, subscribe, and share button. And send me questions, send comments. We can chat it up, you know, and we can talk wrestling, we can talk WWE, we can talk whatever, you know, mostly wrestling, because that's what my show's about. Hey, thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing, and thank you for listening. This is my time. Deuces, ooses.